For the extra point. Well, this will frustrate a coach right here. The flag is out before they get off the extra point, and this is going to be a delay of game. Yeah, slightly more difficult attempt here from the 20. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Packers 34, Cowboys 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strike, ready.
Working out of the gun. Love. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here we go. Set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Green.
Throwing. Love. That's taken in by Kraft. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Blue check. Shot. 17. Steal. Check. Steal. Hut.
Jordan Love ready on 1st down here. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Ready. 10 cycles. 22 needle. Ready.
Final play of the half. Love. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan Love on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. A final shot before break. Love. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cowboys 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Cowboy first down.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Check smash. Hut, hut.
Love now on the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 50.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
To throw is Prescott. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact. And now here is another interception. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. But to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Ready.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready.
Love. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Edo blue. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41.
At their own 41-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the red zone now, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now Prescott going to change the play.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Jake Ferguson from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Cowboys 14.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we've reached Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
On the double.
2nd and 10. Now Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 3rd down, Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
38. Blaster, 6. Ready.
1st down, going to the air with Love. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready up.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Love looking to throw it. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Prescott on first down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Field black. Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Past the 20. 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Aubrey now for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
Next to score, Packers 42, Cowboys 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, the final seconds of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one